Due to popular demand, this is the tier list ranking every single Ballon d'Or winner based on their specific season since 2000 all the way to 2024 with the most recent winner, Rodri. What I will say, we are going to include Lewandowski on this list as well too, just because, let's be real, he should have won a Ballon d'Or for that season in 2020. But yeah, we're going to be looking at every single player from 2000, Figo, all the way to the most recent winner, Rodri. And we're going to be ranking whose Ballon d'Or season was the most impressive. We're going to start off with Luis Figo. Now, Luis Figo, obviously Figo's a legend of the game. Figo's an all-timer, and this season kind of directly coincided in the middle of his move from, I think it was from Barcelona to Real Madrid. I think the 99-2000 season, he was at Barcelona, and I think the 2000-2001 season, he was at Real Madrid, I believe so. Didn't win the league, didn't win the Champions League, but he was obviously very, very good for both clubs. However, I have to be honest with you, this year was robbed from Zidane. Zidane was robbed of the Ballon d'Or this year. Zidane won the Euros, and genuinely, and I know this is going to be a running joke at this point, but trust me on this, I have watched back every single France game from that Euros. I used to have a cassette of the 2000s Euros for France, and I still have the cassette or the DVD of the France 1998 World Cup. I've watched every single France game in those things. Zidane was great in 98, but I actually think he was better in 2000, and personally, I think Zidane's 2000 Euros is the best international tournament that he's ever had. I think he was absolutely incredible. Now, I think the reason he didn't win the Ballon d'Or this year is similar to why he didn't win it in 2006, and it was his headbutt. Zidane has had several headbutts over the years. One of them happened in a game, I believe for Juventus in 2000, where he headbutted an opponent. And most, if not all people, believe that hurt his chances of winning the Ballon d'Or due to France football viewing it as like a poor show of character. And they gave the Ballon d'Or instead to Figo. Therefore, no disrespect to Figo, brilliant player, great career. I don't think this specific year was a great year for the Ballon d'Or. So I got Figo at table 5. Now, next up, we have Michael Owen in 2001. Michael Owen this season, I think won 3 or 4 trophies for Liverpool. So they won the FA Cup, they won the League Cup, they won the UEFA Cup. He scored 24 goals that season, and they won the UEFA Super Cup that same year as well too, as well as the Charity Shield. So technically, Michael Owen actually won 5 trophies that calendar year. Very, very impressive for Michael Owen. Those days, the guy was an absolute phenom, right? However, was he the best player in the world this season? I think a lot of people could argue Raul was. Raul for Real Madrid this season was absolutely ridiculous. And I actually think Raul won the Champions League this year. I think Raul won the Ballon d'Or, the Champions League this season. And you know what's so funny, right? One thing you're going to notice about this list is until I think it was 2010, the Ballon d'Or was not viewed as Europe's prestige award. It wasn't. At the same time, the Ballon d'Or was an award given by this magazine called France Football. It was voted by journalists. What was deemed as the most prestige award was called the FIFA World Player of the Year. And in fact, you can look at a lot of these years. Sometimes the FIFA World Player of the Year would be different than the Ballon d'Or winner. And it's funny because Zidane actually won the World Player of the Year in 2000. Figo actually won the FIFA World Player of the Year in 2001, if I remember correctly. My chat is correcting me here saying Bayern won in 2001. That's correct. My fault. Who won the Champions League in 2000 then? Was that not Real Madrid? 2001 was Bayern, correct. 2000 was Real Madrid. Oh, so that's why Figo won it then. So Figo joined Real Madrid when they won the Champions League then. Is that what you're saying? No. Hold on. Yeah, Figo joined them the year that they won the Champions League, right? That's what happened, because he joined them in 2000, 2001, no? Correct. Okay, so they won the Champions League, and then he joined. Okay. So that's what it is. But yeah, so Bayern actually won it in 2001, but Michael Owen was awarded it. A lot of people thought Raul should have won it. Now, I would put Michael Owen over Figo, because here's the thing with the Ballon d'Or for me, right? It's always difficult, because there's so many different criteria points every single year. I've said this numerous times now. But one thing for me that's very important is winning. I do believe winning is important. I don't think it's the only thing that matters, right? I think you have to have performances on top of that. You have to have production on top of that. You have to have consistency. But winning is massively important to the Ballon d'Or. The fact is, Figo didn't win anything this season. That's not to say Owen is a better player than Figo, but whose campaign was more impressive? Michael Owen, who won 5 trophies in a year, or Luis Figo, who won absolutely nothing? I think Michael Owen's Ballon d'Or holds more weight. For now, I'm going to put Michael Owen at table 5. That could change. He could definitely move up. But I think his campaign ranks above Figo's, personally. Next up is R9. Now, R9 is this is where the criteria for the Ballon d'Or changes again. Now, for a long time, the Ballon d'Or as well was almost in terms of international campaigns, it was almost always given to the international winner that year. The international trophy of that year would basically reign supreme for that year for the Ballon d'Or. And this R9 one is a prime example of this. R9, that the season before the World Cup, like the season building up into the World Cup, missed most of the campaign through injury. He had these crazy knee injuries with Inter Milan that ruled him out for most of the season. He came back towards the end and he started scoring some goals towards the end. But I think for Inter that year, I think R9 scored like 7 goals for Inter that year. He scored 7 goals in 10 games, which is actually a pretty good record. 7 goals in 10 Serie A games. But he was injured for most of the year. He was out all the way up until match day 30. And he ended up with 10 goals. He came back and in his first 3 games, scored 4 goals and 1 assist. Crazy. But then the Ballon d'Or, the World Cup that year, R9 went ridiculous. It was viewed as kind of like a redemption year from 98 where he played the final, but he was clearly unwell. He was sick for that final, and most people actually think Brazil probably would have won that final if R9 was fit. But this one, he was fit from the start to the finish. He was absolutely ridiculous. Top scorer at the World Cup, 2 goals in the final, and then obviously he sealed that move to Real Madrid in the summer. But everyone knows that World Cup was what won the Ballon d'Or for R9. I'm seeing table 1 or table 2. I disagree because chat, you have to remember who's coming up next. R9 is an all-timer. In my opinion, the best striker that I've ever seen. But let's be real. He's winning it purely off the World Cup. I think the highest I could put him is at table 3. And I'm going to keep him there for now, but there's every possibility that he moves down. 97 is not in conversation here because this is 2000 onwards. I'm going to keep him at 3 for now. Yeah, 97 R9 is a different story, but this year in particular, it's not about the player, it's about the campaign. Pavel Nedved. Now, if you guys follow me on Twitter, if you guys follow Bleacher Report, you'll know that me and Cam had a whole conversation about this, where I'm of the opinion that Pavel Nedved really didn't rob Henry of the Ballon d'Or. Now, is it the most impressive Ballon d'Or year ever? No, it's not. But the reason I don't think he robbed Henry of the Ballon d'Or is, like I said, winning has to come into effect as well too. And there's very few Ballon d'Or winners, if ever, that have won a Ballon d'Or off winning the FA Cup. And I know I kind of contradicted that because Figo won it, but ultimately Henry didn't win enough that season. It's like he was incredible individually. He put up some incredible numbers. But when you look at Arsenal's season as a whole, the success or rather lack thereof throughout competitions, when they were a damn good team, by the way, we're not talking about Leicester here, we're talking about Arsenal. That Arsenal team was smack dab in the middle of a team the year before that I think won the double, and the year following they went invincible. It was a very, very good team. So I don't personally think Nedved robbed Henry. I actually think the following year, Henry probably had a better case because he scored 30 goals and went invincible of Arsenal. However, saying that, I don't think Nedved's Ballon d'Or is amongst the top 5 I've ever seen. He was very, very good for that Juventus team. I actually rewatched the game against Real Madrid the other day where personally, I think he won the Ballon d'Or off that game from that Champions League semifinal where he, along with Juventus, eliminated the reigning champions and the Galacticos of Real Madrid, of R9, Zidane, Figo, Raul. He scored the winning goal in that game. And Juventus won the league. They won Serie A, which was arguably the top league in Europe those days. I'm going to put him at 4 for now. I'm going to put Nedved at 4. League winner, Champions League finalist, very, very good individually. I'm going to put him at 4. Now, 2004 is Shevchenko. I personally think Shevchenko was not the best player in the world this year. I think Henry should have won it this year. Shevchenko had a very, very good season. Milan won the league. And fun fact, Milan actually won Serie A with more points than Arsenal did the Premier League. And Arsenal went invincible in the league. So that just shows you how great Milan were in the league. And Shevchenko was their best player. He was their top scorer. But Henry went invincible. Henry scored 30 goals. Neither of them did anything in the Champions League. And in fact, Shevchenko and his Milan team took part in one of the biggest embarrassments of an elite team the Champions League has ever seen, in which I'm talking about Deportivo La Coruña's incredible comeback during that campaign. For that reason, I'm going to put Shevchenko actually below Nedved. He's in here again because he won the league and that Milan team and him were very, very good. But I actually think he ranks below Nedved. I think Henry was the best player in the world in 2004. And I think he should have won the Ballon d'Or. Ronaldinho. Now we're talking, chat. Now we're talking. This is arguably Ronaldinho at the peak of his powers. This is Ronaldinho prime time. This is the year, I believe as well too, that he went to the Bernabeu, ripped apart Ramos, ripped apart Helguera, put 2 past Casillas, and had the entire Santiago Bernabeu giving him a standing ovation. That was, you know how we talk about legacy moments, like this moment won him the Ballon d'Or. We talk about Ronaldo versus Sweden in 2013, or 2012, sorry. Not 2013. That moment, people think, won him the Ballon d'Or. I think of Messi against Boateng in 2015. That moment won him the Ballon d'Or. Kaka versus United. That moment won him the Ballon d'Or. That game against Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu, where the entire stadium clapped Ronaldinho. That won him the Ballon d'Or right there. This was Ronaldinho at his absolute apex. Won the league for Barcelona against the Galacticos. Genuinely, I'm going to put him at table 2 for now. I think this is one of the greatest players of all time at the absolute peak of his powers. Has the silverware, has the production, has the consistency all year long. He didn't do it for 1 month or he did it all year long. It's hard to argue there. Now we have some big hitters coming up. We have 10 years worth of Messi and Ronaldo. So will Ronaldinho finish there? We have to see. But for now, I think this is the best year that we've seen out of these 5. Out of these 6. Would you guys agree with that? Okay, cool. Chad agrees. Cannavaro. Fabio Cannavaro, 2006. Now, let me preface this by saying this. Cannavaro, for me, should not have won the Ballon d'Or in 2006. I don't think Cannavaro was the best player club-wise of 2006. I think that would have gone to Ronaldinho. That could have gone to Henry. I think that could have even gone to Samuel Eto'o. Even though Cannavaro was very, very good for Juventus as they won the Serie A. Although we would go on to find out Calciopoli would eradicate that. But we can only go off his on-field performances. We can't. Cannavaro wasn't the one giving the money to the refs, right? We can only go off his performances. He was very, very good for Juve in the league. And then in the World Cup, Cannavaro was incredible. Incredible. Captained Italy to the World Cup. Italy conceded 0 open play goals all tournament, and a huge part of that was down to Buffon and Cannavaro. Both of them actually made the top 3 that year. But personally, I don't think Cannavaro was the best player at that World Cup. I think Zidane was. Or Zidane was definitely arguably in that conversation. And I don't think he was even the best player on his team. I actually think Pirlo was the best player on that Italy team. Maybe a hot take. Agree or disagree, but definitely he's in the conversation. But here's the issue, right? Pirlo had the international campaign, but he didn't have the club campaign. Zidane had the international campaign, but didn't have the club campaign. Ronaldinho had the club campaign, but didn't have the international campaign. Where it's kind of like a Rodri situation. It's debatable whether he was the best player for any of his teams, but he was the most balanced all across the board. It's very similar to the Rodri situation now. But personally, I wouldn't have given it to Cannavaro this year. And again, my dad will tell me this, and I think a lot of the comments will agree as well too. Zidane probably would have won the Ballon d'Or that year if he hadn't headbutted Materazzi. He probably would have. Yes, I know his club campaign wasn't the best. It was his last dance for Real Madrid. But let's be real, the headbutt hurt him. It hurt him just like it did in 2000. But one thing I don't want to say is that Cannavaro was a scrub that year. Cannavaro was exceptional that year. Cannavaro was jumping out the gym in 2006. Honestly, if somebody were to come out today and said that there was an investigation that found Cannavaro was doping at that 2006 World Cup, I wouldn't be surprised. He was that OP. Honestly, this guy was jumping out the gym, but I wouldn't say he was the best player at that World Cup, and I don't think he was the best player for club level. So for that, I'm going to say table 5. Yeah, I'll say table 5 for now. Next up is Ricardo Kaka. This is one of my favorite Ballon d'Or years. It comes off the back of him destroying my team. I met Kaka in Qatar. By the way, gentleman, absolute gentleman. And I literally told him, and he was laughing. I don't know how much English he understood, but I just told him, I was like, to this day, I have nightmares about what you did to my team. What you did to Evra and Gabriel Heinz, I told him, bro, it's illegal. And he just kind of laughed when we took a picture. I don't know how much he understood of what I said, but this guy, this year, was absolutely disgusting. And like I said, I remember the conversation going into that Champions League semifinal between Cristiano and Kaka. The conversation was very much so, whoever kind of comes out of this alive will win the Ballon d'Or. Because Cristiano had a very, very good 2006-07 season. Very, very good. And he actually won the league, which is something Kaka wasn't able to do. Inter won the league that season. But this game was kind of billed as a Ballon d'Or decider. Winner takes all. And ultimately, over 2 legs, Ricardo Kaka was the exceptional player of this campaign, of this game. I would say the Champions League campaign as well, too. He won the Champions League Golden Boot playing as a number 10. That performance at Old Trafford, despite a loss, it's historic. It's all-timer. I don't think anyone will ever forget that game. And then what he did at the San Siro a week later when they beat United 3-0, incredible. And then you look at the final as well too, against Liverpool, the assist for Inzaghi for the second. He scored against Celtic in the round of 16, scored against Bayern in the quarterfinals. Kaka was incredible that year. However, you know what's so funny, right? And this is not to discredit anything from Kaka, but it's just kind of to give more context to Vinny's Ballon d'Or this year. Few things. Vinny this past year won more than Kaka did that year. He won the league and the Champions League. Kaka was unable to win the league. Everybody talks about Vinny's GA. He had less GA than Mateta. Fun fact for you, Kaka was not amongst the top 20 players in Europe that calendar year for GA. He was outside the top 20. So it wasn't a GA thing for why Kaka won the Ballon d'Or. And as for international play, Brazil won the Copa America, but fun fact, Kaka didn't go to the Copa America. He didn't go. He opted out for fatigue. So all this talk about Vinny. And like I said, I've made it clear numerous times. I think Rodri was a deserving winner of the Ballon d'Or. But this whole now rewriting that Vinny never deserved it, I think it's a little hypocritical. Because I don't think his year was that much worse on paper than Kaka's. But Kaka this season was absolutely ridiculous, man. This was such a nice year for Ballon d'Ors, bro. Honestly, like, I would put him right under Ronaldinho. You think it was way worse? Why? Why do you think it was way worse? Kaka was his team's best player. Vinny was also Real Madrid's best player for me. And now we get to 9 years of pure fuckery. Excuse my language. We get to 9 years of just pure, absolute nonsense. The aliens era. And now, honestly, chat, between these 9 selections, it's like picking hairs, bro. It's like splitting hairs. Honestly, it comes down to preference for a lot of these. Cristiano Ronaldo 07-08. This is our 2008 Ballon d'Or. This is a very special year for me as a Man United fan. This was the year for me that Cristiano went from a boy to a man. Although he had a great 06-07, I still think in the big moments towards the end, he wasn't the Cristiano Ronaldo we would go on to absolutely love. 2008, for Manchester United, breaking the Premier League goal scoring record for years until Salah came into the league. 42 goals in all competitions. Goal in the final of the Champions League. The skills, the flicks, the goals, the speed, everything. He was Showtime, man. He was absolutely Showtime. I don't know if he's table 1 though, chat. And it's not because this year's not incredible. But are we witnessing what's coming up? I'm not sure he's table 1. But what I would say, I think he's table 2. I think he is table 2, chat. League and Champions League. And Man United were very, very unlucky. 2005 Ronaldinho above 2008 CR7 for me. I think the Champions League adds to Cristiano's repertoire here, man. I think it does. I think it does. I think I would have CR7 over Ronaldinho here. I hear it though. I don't think it's a bad shout, reality. I think Ronaldinho this season was incredible. But I would give it to Cristiano. I would give it to Cristiano, man. This season was incredible. This season was really incredible. 2009 Messi. So we have the first Ballon d'Or for Ronaldo, followed up by the first Ballon d'Or for Messi. It's tough, man. It's really, really tough. 2009 was not even the treble year. It was the sextuple year. This was, for me, you talk about 2008 being the year that Ronaldo went from a boy to a man. This was the year that Messi went from a boy to a man. First year under Pep, his goals and assists absolutely skyrocketed. You had the 6-2. You had the winner against Real Madrid at the Camp Nou. Is it top 5? I think I would put him over Cristiano. I think I would put Messi's 2009 over Ronaldo's 2008. But is it top 5? Like I said, chat, look at the years that are coming up. I'm going to put him here for now. Chat, I think you guys are underestimating top 5. I think you are. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think you're underestimating top 5. I think there's some crazy years coming up. For me, personally, chat, let me say this right now. This is why for me, it's very techie when it comes to the Ballon d'Or criteria, because what are you judging it on? In terms of silverware, Messi's 2009 was better than Messi's 2010. In terms of individualism, I think Messi was better individually in 2010 than he was in 2009. I think so. I genuinely think so. Messi in 2010 was absolutely like disgusting. And I know he didn't win the Champions League this season, but you guys have to understand, man. This version of Messi, the 4 goals against Arsenal, the demolition of Stuttgart, the goals in La Liga. You know, Real Madrid in La Liga had like 97, 98 points, and Barcelona got 99 or something like that. That Real Madrid team pushed them. And yes, I know Messi's World Cup wasn't the best, which also hurts him here. And he didn't win the Champions League. But I actually think Messi in 2010 was better than he was in 2009. Honestly, this version of Messi was ridiculous, man. 47 goals that season, man. Oh my God. Oh my God, man. What? That's absolutely ridiculous, man. That's absolutely ridiculous. But I'm sorry. Yeah, it was year to year, to be fair. I have to get, like I said, winning for me matters. And Messi, it's not like Messi didn't win that year, but he won more in 2009. And I think the World Cup hurts Messi here. So like I said, I'm trying to take everything into account here. But as who was better individually, I think Messi was better in 2010 than he was in 2009. The question is 2010 or 2008. Below 08, that's the thing for me. That's the thing for me. I think 2010 was, again, he was better. I think I go Ronaldo, man. I think I go Ronaldo. That's not to say 2008 Ronaldo was better than 2010 Messi. But I think Ronaldo's 2008 campaign is a better campaign than Messi's 2010. I think it is marginally. Messi 2011. Table 1. Table 1. Easily. Easily. This is arguably the greatest Ballon d'Or year ever. This is arguably the best Ballon d'Or year ever. 2011 Messi. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. I mean, like, what more can you ask for? Big moments. The Bernabeu, Champions League semifinal. Check. The 5-0 against Real Madrid. To be fair, that comes under 2010. the Champions League final against Man United. Check. This guy was an absolute freak of nature, man. This guy was an absolute freak of nature. Messi with the gold crew neck. That's arguably Messi's best year. You could very much argue that. I know Messi has several different primes, right? But you could very much make the argument that this was the best version of Messi. I certainly think it's in his top 3. And as for 2012, just like I said, I put 2010 below 2009. I put 2012 below 2011 because although this is the year where he went absolutely disgusting in terms of goal scoring, I think winning matters, man. I think winning does matter here. 91 goals. 91 goals. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But I think 2011, man, like I said, winning matters. And Messi in the biggest moments in 2011 was performing at a best in the world campaign. A best in the world caliber. I put 2011 ahead of him. Now, 2013 Cristiano. You know what's funny, chat? Me personally, I think the best version ever of Cristiano was 2012. The gold collar, the year Real Madrid won the league, I thought that was Ronaldo at his best. 2013 was also very, very good. But I think Ronaldo 2012 was the best version of Cristiano Ronaldo. 2013, I think he's a little fortunate to win it, chat. I'll be so real. I think he's a little fortunate to win it. It's not a mid-campaign by any stretch of the imagination. Like I said, we're splitting hairs between all these Messi and Ronaldo campaigns. Ronaldo scored 60 goals this season, bro. He went crazy. I'm not saying what season was better. What version of Ronaldo do I think was the best? I think 2012 was Cristiano Ronaldo at his very best, individually. Now, there's years that were better seasons. His team won more. He probably scored more goals. But the most complete version of Cristiano, for me, was 2012 Cristiano. I think so. Where does 2013 fit in? For me, it goes here, chat. I'll be so real. You didn't, yeah, I hear, but the thing is, Messi didn't win anything in 2012 realistically either. I mean, the Copa del Rey. It's tough to say. Below Kaka and Ronaldinho is tough to say, but let's be real. Cristiano was a little fortunate to win that Ballon d'Or. I don't think people were saying Messi was fortunate to win that Ballon d'Or. Above Kaka, below Ronaldo. Yeah, I hear that. You know what? I actually hear this. I think this is fair. Like I said, this isn't about what was the best version of Cristiano. We're judging campaigns here. We're not judging players, which is why I have 2010 over 2009. I think this is fair. Cristiano 2014. Now we're talking. Cristiano Ronaldo 2014 is table 1. Cristiano Ronaldo is table 1, hands down. This version of Ronaldo broke the Champions League goal scoring record, won the Champions League, won the Copa del Rey as well too. The World Cup wasn't the best. Let's call it what it is. And I know Messi has had poor World Cups as well too, but that 2014 World Cup from Ronaldo was awful. Absolutely awful. But the season that he had for Real Madrid and the way he started 2014-15 as well too, insane. I got 2014 Ronaldo at table 1. Messi 2015. I got here. Table 1 as well too. Yeah, I think just below 2011. 2015 Messi. This is MSN Messi. This is treble winning Messi. I think this is a more complete version of Messi than 2011. But I think the individual aspect of Messi in 2011 was just too unstoppable. And look, it's not like Messi was stoppable in 2015, but I think the 2011 version was an inch better. This is where Messi was scoring free kicks. He was more of a playmaker as well, too. Yeah, I give Messi 2015. 2016 Ronaldo. Oh, yeah. This is where it gets tough, chat. This is where it gets tough. Because here's the thing, right? Let me just spoil this real quick. 2017 Ronaldo is table 1 for me, okay? 2017 Ronaldo is table 1. Let's just put him... Do we put him here? I might even put him here, chat. I'll be so real. I might put Ronaldo 3. I'd put him 3 or 4. So Cristiano Ronaldo for me is table 1 2017. That means that 2016 Ronaldo is not table 1. So let's address the elephant in the room. Cristiano Ronaldo 2016, he won the Euros, won the Champions League. Real Madrid were poor in the league, but Ronaldo was unbelievable that season. His goal scoring in every single round of the Champions League was crazy. The hat-trick against Wolfsburg, the goals against Roma. I don't think Ronaldo was crap in 2016. I think his campaign gets overrated sometimes because I actually think Pepe was unbelievable that campaign. I think Portugal defensively were very good. But to say Ronaldo was crap in 2016, I wouldn't agree. He's somewhere in table 2. I put him here. So like I said, we're going to move a few guys at table 2. I put him here. I put him right behind Messi 2009. 2018 Luka Modric. Respectfully, he's going at table 5 for me. Respectfully, Modric is table 5 for me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not for me. Modric is a legend of the game, just like Figo. And he actually won more than Figo. But Modric, for me, wasn't even the best player at the World Cup. I thought Hazard was better than Modric. And he was by far not even close to being Real Madrid's best player. That was clearly Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think he deserved it whatsoever. I have to be honest with you, Crush. I know, again, there's no agenda. I think Modric is a legend of the game. He's one of the top 5 midfielders that I've ever seen in my life. But he wasn't the best player in the world that year. He wasn't. For me, he's table 5. Messi 2019. Oh, man. Table 5. Are you insane? He's table 2. Definitely table 2. But where in table 2? Individually, like I said, this is not only an individual thing. It also matters your success, what you did at the... to be fair, at this point, at this point, I think now... No, it's still calendar year. So to be fair, Messi's 2019 Copa America comes into play here. And that's arguably his worst international tournament, in my opinion. But what he did for Barcelona in 2019, literally on the verge of a treble at one point. They were on a verge of a treble, and that Barcelona team was not that great. It was one of the most insane carry jobs individually. I think I would go here. I think I'm going to put it there, chat. Lewa 2020. You see, chat, this is where it's techie. Now, let me just make some changes, right? Because Kaka now clearly has no business in table 3. CR7 for me isn't there. Ronaldinho isn't there. This is insane. Because let me tell you guys this. There's 2 campaigns here that are battling for table 2. They're battling. And arguably one of them might even be battling for table 1. Lewa. Lewa's table 2, man. Lewa absolutely is table 2. He has to be. How can you argue it? Lewa's table 2. He's probably like here. Meaning Messi's dropping down. Yeah, Lewa has to be table 2. Messi 2021. For me. Okay, so he was very good for Barcelona, even though Barcelona didn't win the league. Messi was very good. And he won the Copa America. Although personally, chat, I have to be honest with you, I don't think Messi was the best player at Copa America that year. I think Neymar was. But he broke his international duck. He won that trophy. And he was I'm not here to say he was a scrub. He was very, very good. But I think this is arguably one of Messi's weakest Ballon d'Or years. This one or 2023. I think it's a good year. It's a great year. He won the Ballon d'Or. But it's one of his weakest Ballon d'Or years. You could argue it is his weakest Ballon d'Or year. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put R9 here. Yeah, but here's the thing. 2023 is weaker. Here's the thing. He was worse for club in 2023, but better for international. Messi's World Cup was better than this Copa America. You feel me? Benzema, chat. I'm trying so hard not to be biased here with Benzema. Chat, I think Benzema... Yo. Why can't Benzema be table 1? Honestly, why can't Benzema be table 1? That carry job for Real Madrid that season is insane, bro. It's insane, bro. Why can't it be table 1? Lewa was better. I don't think he was, bro. I think Benzema was more important for Real Madrid that season than Lewa was. I think Lewa, goal-scoring-wise, was better. But Benzema carried that team, bro. He won the league. He won the Champions League. Oh, man. Benzema that season was special, bro. Special. If he's table 2, he's high table 2, bro. I think I'm putting him here, bro. I think I might put him here. I think Benzema goes there. For me, Benzema's high table 2, bro. Yeah, I think he's going here, bro. I'll be real. Like I said, bro, it's not just individual performances. It's not just how good you are individually. Otherwise, for me, Messi has been the best player in the world for 10 years straight. He'd be number 1 for every year. I told you, in my opinion... yeah, Messi 2009 is a tough one. Hold on, we can change this in a second. Messi 2023, I'm putting right here. Oof, no, I'm putting right here. I'm moving Messi down here. I think Messi's World Cup was better than this Copa America. I think it was. And I know league-wise, it wasn't his most vintage... to be fair, no, I would put Messi here. I'd put Messi here. Yeah, I would. Because don't forget, 2021 was a calendar year, so technically his first half of PSG counts. I think Messi's 2023, I'd put him above... his 2022-23, I'd put it above his 2021 calendar year. I would. I'd put Messi here. And then Rodri, for me, goes here. Table 5. Therefore, do I have Kaka over... This is where it's tough now, okay? So, okay, we got this list. Now we can go back and reorganize shit. Table 1. Am I happy with table 1? Messi, Ronaldo, Messi, Ronaldo. Yes, I am. I am happy with table 1. Table 2. Chat, we're open to change. Have you guys never seen my tier list before? Whatever it is, it does change. So let's not overreact here, right? So this is table 1 for me. Table 2. Now, Rodri, bro, I'm sorry. This is one of the least controversial things. If anything, Rodri, I've actually probably done him nice by putting him at 22nd. Table 2. Benzema, Messi, Ronaldo, Messi. For me, it's the order here. I'm not mad at the names. I'm mad at the order. Like, I think I would go here. Okay, so I'll change table 3 later. Let's look at table 2. I think I'm happy with these 5 table 2s. I think I am. But the order for me is a bit perplexing. Messi has to go over Benzema. He does. He has more trophies. He probably scored more goals that season. He had a higher individual performance. He's Messi. The other guy's Benzema. Yeah, when I think about it, Messi has to go over Benzema. Benzema over Ronaldo. I go Benzema there. So out of these two. Messi 2019. His individual performance is higher than both of these guys. Success-wise, what did he win? He won the league, and did he win the Copa del Rey that year, Chad? 2008, Ronaldo did not win the treble. He won the double. Did Messi win a double in 2019? No, we lost to Valencia. But Messi's individual performances that year were so crazy, bro. They were so crazy. Nah, you know what? I'm happy with Messi here. I am happy. Lewa 2020 won way more than Messi, scored a shit ton of goals, but I never in my life thought Lewandowski was performing at a higher level than Messi. Ever. I'm going like this. Lewa 2020. I might go like this, chat. Honestly, I think I might go like this, chat. We're not at table 3 yet. There's no point in getting frustrated about table 3. The way it's poised, Messi would drop down to table 4 in that. I think table 2, I'm happy with it now. I think people are underestimating Benzema's 2022, bro. That season was crazy. 2016 Ronaldo was too low. He has the Euros, he has the Champions League, he has a lot of goals. Lewa had more trophies. Who scored more goals that year? How was 2019 Messi above Ronaldo? Who had the higher individual performance? And I know that's not all that I'm judging it on. Chat, there's no point in looking at table 3 yet. Nah, I don't think Lewa performed at a higher level than Messi did, bro. I'll be real. I think Bayern were a better team than Barca, but I think I'm happy with this, honestly. Table 3. You guys are complaining about Messi. As it stands, Messi drops down. So I have no issue with that. We can revisit table 4 in a second. 2008 Ronaldo, 2010 Messi. I'm happy with that. 2005 Ronaldinho, 2013 Cristiano, 2007 Kaka. I'm happy with that, chat. I think I'm happy with that. I think table 3 is okay. Table 4. So you guys think 2021 Messi, his campaign is better than 2023? Interesting. Why is that the case? Why do you guys think that? Now talk to me. Talk to me. Why? I can be convinced here. I'm not really like that bothered about this. Because I'm looking at the way I'm looking at it, right? Think about it this way, chat. 2021 was the 2021 Ballon d'Or that he won was a whole calendar year. It was a whole calendar year. No. 2023 does not involve Inter Miami. Hear me out, chat. Hear me out. 2021 Ballon d'Or, that was still when the award was a calendar year. The 2021 Ballon d'Or was determined by calendar year. So it was the whole of 2021. Therefore, it's the second half of that Barca season, the first half of that PSG season, and Copa America. I believe so, right? 2023, it's 2022/2023. It's like the season. That's when it became a seasonal award. So therefore, Inter Miami has nothing to do with the 2023 Ballon d'Or. It's the PSG season, and it's the World Cup. That's it. So therefore, that's what I'm saying. For me, the 2021 PSG part of that season is where everyone was saying Messi had fell off or whatever. I think that was dramatic, but it's not. It's one of the lowest points of Messi's career. The 2021 section of Barcelona, yes, he was very, very good, but if you look at silverware-wise, Barca came away with nothing. They won the Copa del Rey. And he won the Copa America. Now, my logic to this is, I think he was good for PSG in 2023. Again, I don't think it was vintage Messi, but I think he was good for PSG. Has the silverware of PSG as well, too. And then I personally think his World Cup in 2020, his 2022 World Cup was better than his 2021 Copa America. That's my logic here. Do you guys hear me? Where's the delusion here? Let me explain this one more time. And if you don't agree, then fair enough. 2022-23. That's Messi's second season at PSG. It's not his first. It's his second. It's his World Cup year as well in that. It has nothing to do with Inter Miami. It has nothing to do with his first season at PSG. It's his second season at PSG, which was a good season. It wasn't vintage Messi. It was a good season. And it's his World Cup. 2021 consists of half of his last year at Barcelona, half of his first year at PSG, and the Copa America. Which year was better? Which campaign was better for you guys? It was better, but he wasn't the best player in the World Cup either. Wow, that is a different discussion here. I think he was closer to being the best player at the World Cup than he was the best player at Copa America. I think for me, the best player at Copa America for me was Neymar. It wasn't about club football, bro. It was about Copa. Sure, but 2023 wasn't about club football either. It was about the World Cup. Now that's why I'm asking you, which competition did Messi perform better in? 2022 World Cup or 2021 Copa? Which one do you guys prefer? Ling, you're missing my point here. We're comparing 2023 Messi to 2021 Messi. It's two different versions of Messi. Which PSG season was better? The 2021 version or the 2023? The 2023 was better. Come on. That's not even up for discussion, surely. For me, it's all about which one do you guys think was better? The World Cup or the Copa America? Me personally, I think Messi at the World Cup, that was untouchable. Okay, if you didn't think Messi's 2022-23 season of PSG was good, I can hear that. Fair enough. That I won't debate that. I didn't think, like I said, for me, it's not vintage Messi. But okay, Aisha, what club achievement did Messi achieve in 2021? He won the Copa America. He won the cup with Barcelona. He didn't win the league with Barca that year, and he didn't win anything with PSG that year either. In 2023, he won the league with PSG. If you want to, and I think he won the cup. So if you want to go by club achievements, he won more in 2023. The context should be considered as well, because for me, Haaland deserved the Ballon d'Or that year, in my opinion. I hear it, but to be fair, guys, people think Lewandowski should have won the Ballon d'Or in 2021. Lewa wasn't as outright as Haaland in 2021. I hear that. I do hear that. I think 2023 is better, personally. I can 1000% respect the fact that Haaland was a better candidate and could have definitely won the Ballon d'Or more so than Lewandowski the year before. I can 1000% agree that. Messi's 2023 is more dubious, but it's more dubious because of the competition. It's not more dubious because his 2021 campaign was better. That's the way I view it. Having said that, for me, the big difference point is the World Cup and the Copa America. I think Messi's World Cup puts him top of that. I do. And I think I'm happy with the rest of this. I would put Messi's 2020... No, I wouldn't. I would put R9. I would put R9 at that table above Messi. I would. Because here's the thing. R9 was injured for the first half of the year with Inter, but had the great World Cup and then did really well for Real Madrid that first half of the season. Messi in 2021, hear me out, had a great end to the season. So a great first half of 2021 with Barcelona, but the second half with PSG was very bad. Guys, let's be real. That was the worst version of Messi we've seen. So I would put R9 above Messi, and then I would have Messi over Nedved, and I would have Shevchenko below Nedved. And then as for table 5, Cannavaro at 2006 1, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna put Rodri below Modric. Yeah, but I think I'm happy with the rest. Because that's it. That's my list. Honestly, it's very hard to get these all right, chat. I'll be real. If you guys disagree with a lot of it, so be it. I tried my best. But I think I'm happy here, man. I think I'm happy with this list. If you guys could have one massive issue with this list, what would it be for you guys? For me, there's a few like Messi or Ronaldo. It's difficult to split hairs. 2014 Ronaldo is way better than 2017 Ronaldo. Yeah, you know what? I actually hear that. I could hear you argue 2014 over 2017. Nah, I'm gonna stick with 2017 though. You'd swap Benzema 2022 with Messi 2023. Be real, bro. Be real. You thought 2014 Ronaldo was better than 17. That's the thing, chat. Here's the thing, right? So, yeah, you know what? I hear it. I do hear it. Because look, you know what? I'm sold. Because that I completely agree. 2017, I think he might have scored more goals. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know the numbers. But like I said, for all of these, there's different criteria that comes into it. Trophies won, for sure. International pedigree, sure. Output, sure. But then also individual performances. I do think 2014 Ronaldo was a better player than 2017 Ronaldo. In terms of like overall, like, yeah, I think Ronaldo was a better footballer overall than he was in 2017. 2017, he was just an unstoppable force of goal-scoring power. But 2014, man, he was the complete attacker. So yeah, I'm happy with this list, chat. Honestly, I'm happy with this list.